After the intake and the analysis of the tongue and pulse, the patient is put on the table reclined or face down, so prone or supine, and then rubbing alcohol is used to clean the points. So there'll be points on the top of the head, the front of the forehead, and in the ear. All acupuncture needles in the state of Florida are required to be sterile. They're for one-time use only. So if you ever go to a practice and they're using needles that are not sterile, or they ask you to buy your own needles and bring them back for the next treatment, just go running. They have to be one-time use only. The guide tube is a plastic tube that will serve to distract the skin when the needle is being placed in the acupuncture point. The little wedge that come in different colors are just to hold the stainless steel needle inside of the tube. Needles are typically gauge 34 to 42, which is very thin, about the width of your hair. They do not have a blade on them like a hypodermic syringe needle, and they're not hollow. They're solid with a point, they're very sharp, and for that reason, they won't hurt and they won't draw blood. Many people have a misconception that if you're on Coumadin or aspirin therapies like Plavix, you are not able to have acupuncture, but this is truly a myth. All acupuncture points are based on bony landmarks, so your acupuncturist will find bony landmarks and find the point that is just in between the bony landmarks. The tube will be placed upon the skin and the needle gently tapped in. Once the needle's in, it should be put in so that it's firm, but not so deep into the body that it causes pain. Removing a needle is just as important as when you put it in. There are so many techniques to insertion and the retraction of needles. There's a concept in Chinese medicine that you can either increase qi or decrease qi, depending on which kind of technique you use. And in a tonifying technique, I will remove the needle and close the hole with the cotton ball, even though it's not bleeding. This is in theory to not let the qi escape, thus building it up in the body. Here, in a weight loss point, I'm going to allow the qi to escape because I want that to be reduced instead of increased or tonified. Here, this is an energy point, so I'm going to close the hole again. And the liver point, we always want to give the liver a little break, a little decrease, since the liver is important in frustration, irritability, stress, anger, and resentment.